Our second program is to find the sum of first 10 integers. Okay, that means 1 plus 2 plus 3 till 10. Okay, till 10 we have to find the sum. Let's see how to do that. First let's open this. Okay, now see, to find out the sum we need a loop. Okay, why we need a loop? Because in each iteration what we will be doing is, see here, this is R0. Okay, we'll be taking 3 registers, R0, R1, and to store the result we will be storing in R4. We can use any register. Okay, that doesn't matter. R4, and another register we are using R5. Now registers are nothing but to store the values, like a box you can consider. Okay, so to find out the sum, what we will be doing is, first we'll have in this register R0 as 0. Okay, then in R1 what we'll have, we'll initially have 1. Okay, first what we will do, we'll add 1 to 0. Okay, we'll add 1 to 0. Then what will be here, here you will have 1, right? And what we'll be doing here is 1 plus 1, which is 2. Okay, we'll be adding 2 with 1. Okay, so here we'll have 3. Okay, in the next iteration we'll be incrementing this value. Okay, when we increment this value, this will become 3 now. Okay, this is 3 now. Then again 3 plus 3. Okay, that will be adding in the R0, which is 6. Okay, so 6 will be stored. And how many times we'll be doing this? This will be doing till R1 reaches 10. Okay, till R1 reaches 10. Okay, so how we will know that how many times this has iterated? So for that what we will be doing, we will be taking R5 as 10 initially. Then R5 after one iteration, means after you added one time, this will become 9. Then this will become 8. One time we will subtract, it will keep on decreasing. At last finally when R5 will become 0, at that time we have to end the iterations. So the result will be, the whole sum will be present in R0. Okay, so that's what we will be doing in this program. After we get the result here, we will be transferring the result to R4. Okay, here we will have the result, and I will be showing you in the memory where the result is stored. Okay, so now let's start the actual code. Okay, for that first we will be writing as usual area, since you are finding sum, then code, then read only. Okay, and for all the codes that will be between start and end. Okay, between start and end we have to write the code. And firstly we'll have move R5 comma, in R5 what number should be there? 10, right? Because 10 times we are iterating. Then move R0 and R1 will initialize. R0 will initially have the value 0 and R1 will have the value 1. Okay, 1. Alright, after that we will be looping. R1 plus R0 is being sent to R0, that we are doing in the first iteration. Okay, after that in the second iteration, add R1 comma R1 plus 1. Okay, means 1 is added to R1's content and that is placed in R1. So R1 is getting incremented by 1. Okay, in the third one we will be subtracting R5. Okay, R5 should be subtracted by 1. Okay, after each iteration, R5 comma hash 1. Okay, the code is same here for add and subtract, both the code is same, but we are writing the subtract keyword here. Okay, after that we'll be writing compare. What we are comparing R5, has it become 0 or not. Okay, if it has become 0, what we should do? BNE means branch if not ended. Okay, loop. If R5 is not 0, then branch to again loop, again start this. Okay, if it's ended, then what we have to do? LDR means load in the register R4. Okay, R0 comma is equal to result. Okay, what we are doing is we are storing the result in R4. Okay, R4 is another register for storing the result. Then store the content of R0, in R4. Okay, store the content of R0 in R4. R4 should be in the brackets because we are storing in the address, that I will be showing you after some time. Okay, after writing that we have to write this code xss b comma space XSS. Okay, after that we are defining what is result. See, we had used result here, right? For result also we'll be writing a small code which is area, just like area, and you can use your any name. I am using data2 comma data comma read write, okay, for writing the result in the memory. And after that we have to store the result DCD from decimal to hexadecimal. Okay, by using this we are converting the decimal to hexadecimal. Okay, after that it's end, and that's it. This is the program. Then we have to save here and debug it. Okay, now see, observe here carefully what we are doing. First R5, observe here what's the value in R5. Initially it is 0 here. Okay, now when we are clicking on this, then R5 is A is the hexadecimal equivalent of 10, so R5 has 10 initially. Then next R0 is 0, so inside R0 it will be 0 here, R1 will be 1 here, and then what we are doing, we are adding R1's value to R1. Okay, so R1 will become 2. Like that we'll be keep on doing. R5 will become 9 for the first iteration. In the second iteration the value will be 3 here, and R5 will become 8. Like that we'll keep on doing till R5 becomes 0. Okay, when R5 becomes 0, at that time the final result will be in R0. Okay, because we have added R1 value each time to R0. Now see, what's the value in R0? It's 37, but actual value of sum of first 10 digits is 55. Why it's 37? Is the hexadecimal equivalent. Okay, hexadecimal equivalent of 55 is 37. Okay, after that we have to check the value of see here, after that we are loading the value of R4 in the result and storing the value of R0 in R4. Okay, so we have to check the value of R4 as well. Okay, see, R4's value is 40. This is the address which is given. Okay, now for checking the address, come here and type the same content here. Okay, I'll be showing you how to do that. See, come here and copy paste this part here after 0x. Okay, copy paste here, then type H at last, then click enter. After clicking enter, you can see the value 37 here. Okay, so that's the same value which we have in R0, and that is the result of this program. Okay.